20 minutes past 8 on the Homegrown Show. Newtown Live Gang with The Shape of Things on MFM 92.6. Moving it to the music in studio with me, Blackstoneradio. Welcome, guys. Welcome.
How's that?
You humble aboard. Good to have you in studio. Okay, let's get to it. Straight into it. For the folk who don't know BSR, who is BSR?
Well, Francois, you were a beautiful write-up about us.
Blackstoneradio, yeah, we are. We started in 2008, quite a while back. We started the band because we really liked playing classic rock music, and I got the three guys, JC, Dylan, and Trey, with me by a lovely site that we placed an ad for, and then we started jamming in a garage, and then now it's almost 5 years later, and we're happy to have an album, you know.
Awesome stuff.
Okay, cool. So how did you guys come up with the band name?
The band name, yeah, interesting story. I hope our mom's not listening. When I was in high school, I bought my first guitar when I was in standard 6. I bought it for a Blackstone cherry cigar and 42 rand. Yeah. It was this banged up old acoustic guitar, which I still have hanging on my wall. I thought it'll be like an ode to that first guitar that I bought, yeah, which was for a Blackstone cherry cigar.
It's so cool. You have reason behind the name, because we had a few bands in studio, and we asked them reason for your name, and they don't have any reason. I like that. I checked on your bio and stuff that you planned on recording 3 tracks, a 3-track EP, and ended up with a full set of 11-song album. How did that happen? That the creativity just overflow, or what happened?
I think we were really oiled in. we were planning on doing 3 tracks, and we started laying down the bass and the guitars and everything. And JC is a one-hit wonder, we thought, and then he was actually an 11-hit wonder. So we just kept rolling with the songs, and we actually had to finish 2 songs as well. And we actually had enough studio time to finish up the whole album.
Nice stuff.
You chose the song Out of Rock for your first music video. Is this also the favorite song, like your guys' favorite song on the album, or why did you choose this?
I wouldn't say it's our favorite song, but it definitely captures what's unique about the band. We try and stay away from any sort of synthesized music. We try to keep the effects on voices, guitars down to a minimum. Out of Rock is just pure rock as it used to be. We're only a 4-piece band. We haven't even got a rhythm guitar. We're thinking of maybe introducing that, but we really try to minimize it. Even keyboards, sometimes we brought a keyboard in for one song in one of the tracks, which is really nice. But again, we try to keep it simple.
That's what I picked up when I listened to you guys for the first time. It's a very classic rock feel to it, which I love. Tonight, big stuff's happening tonight. You've got your album launch and the music video launch at Aunt Plus tonight. Tell us more about that.
We're jamming with the Inside Job, a very, very cool rock band as well, and then St. Phyllis as well, which we actually played with them a while back. We're excited for this is the first leg of the launch. The next one is next week at Zula Bar as well.
Yeah.
We're keen to jam tonight. The first band starts at 9:30, and we're up at about 11:30. And before we start, we can have a little intro with the video that we shot for Out of Rock. We went up to a quaint little town called Springbok, where it's very dusty, and we took a Land Rover up there, and then we had a very cool guy called Mark Rates who helped us document the whole story.
Okay, cool stuff.
If you could choose anyone to work with in the industry or to do a collaboration with, who would you choose and why?
Ooh. Difficult one.
Well, we might.
There's Jack Parrow there.
I think JC, there's probably one guy you would probably get sued by the most, so probably him.
Oh, Chris Cornell, yeah, that guy's gonna sue our ass.
I'm gonna hit you with another difficult question: live or studio?
Gee, it's got to be live, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely live.
Yeah, that's what we're all about.
Because don't you get your creative juices flowing in your studio environment, and then doesn't it too
No,
help each other? It's like a yin yang.
Well, no, studio is very awkward for me. It's you have to sit on a chair. You can't jump around really. Well, you can, but I'm not sure that the director would be agree with.
Yeah, we kind of find our songs only find their real flavor when we're doing a lot of live shows. Then they only kind of pick up their character. In the studio, things die very quickly.
Okay.
If you have lots of synthesizers and all sorts of things like that, you can play with in the studio. But when a band's going for a clean rock sound, the people feed the music more than the
Basically
computers.
taking the inspiration from the live into studio and putting it onto
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
You mentioned the flavor of your songs, but also then how do you get the inspiration for your songs?
I actually come from a background of singing ballads.
Yeah.
Not really much in rock at all. I mean, I grew up loving things like the Beach Boys and Aerosmith and Oasis.
You did?
Yeah. Yeah. Now you know. And Francois came from a sort of heavier rock, Led Zeppelin.
Sabbath, all the good classic rock stuff, yeah.
Yes, and he kind of is a songwriter. He puts down, what he wants to do, and then I kind of bring a sort of more ballady sound to it. So it's quite nice that way. You get sort of a heavy instrumental rock with a sort of more ballady vocal.
Yeah.
And that's why
cool.
the band's called Blackstoneradio, because JC adds the radio element to the music. It gives it a accessible feel to it. Or we hope.
Accessible.
This one's more for you. Heavy rocker, Led Zeppelin. Groupie moment. Weirdest. Okay, not groupie moment. Let's take that back. Fan moment. Anything weird happened on stage? I didn't expect like a bra or like some undies. Hopefully, a girl's undies your way.
Yeah. Well, I could probably say the weirdest was probably when it was in Springbok. It was this small little town. Well, it's not that small, but compared to Cape Town, it's fairly small. And we walked into the spa, and I bought batteries for my pedal, and I paid with my card. And then the lady asked me for my signature, of course.
Yeah.
It's for the battery. And she's like, "Oh, cool. Now I have your signature as well." I was like, "Huh?" And I looked on the board, and it was this big, massive Blackstoneradio poster about us playing. And I was like, "Oh crap!" So it's not really rock and roll, but it's definitely commercial.
Just saying things off. If people want to find out more about you guys, what can they do? How can they contact you?
Okay, you can go to blackstoneradio.com. From there, there's links to our Facebook page, Twitter, and so on. There's some
SoundCloud.
SoundCloud tracks you can download. I think we got how many songs on there now?
There's 3 songs you can download, and there's 2 extra ones that you can have a listen to, and they come buy an album tonight.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff, guys. Thank you so much. One final thing, we're playing out with your number 3 track. It says Out of Rock. It's also your title of your album. Anything you want to put onto that song? Story behind the song?
I think the whole premise of the song is that real rock is dead, and we're out of rock. So we're trying to bring back the classic
I love
sound.
that. I love that. Anyways, thank you guys so much for your time. Thanks for
you.
being here. And BSR in studio. Homegrown show, Robin and Andrea, keeping you busy up until 7 o'clock.